Imagine a home where nothing bad ever happens. There are no raised voices, no broken plates, no visible violence, and no material luck. The fridge is full, the bills are paid, and your report card is signed on time. From the outside, it looks like a picture-perfect middle-class childhood. And now imagine that in that same home, when you cry in your bedroom over a broken heart or a terrifying wave of anxiety, nobody ever knocks on your door. Not because they hate you, no. Because nobody in that house knows what to do with your tears, how to deal with it. Your emotional world falls to the floor like invisible dust. You learn very early on that your inner life is entirely transparent to the people you love. Today, as an adult, you carry this strange, heavy, hollow ache. Your life is objectively fine, but inside you feel chronically muted. And the cruelest part is that you don't even allow yourself to grieve because you keep telling yourself, nothing bad ever actually happened to me. Today we are talking about the quietest elephant in the room, the elephant of what wasn't there.
We see it in the corner there, just taking up all of the air. No need to feel that heavy weight, it's never ever too late. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the elephant, yeah, let's talk about it soon.
Welcome back to Let's Talk About the Elephant. I'm Magda Mazloum, psychotraumatologist, therapist, and your guide through these quiet spaces. I'm so glad you chose to be here today with me. If you are listening to this while commuting through the rain or while sitting in a quiet room trying to catch your breath, I want to invite you to drop your shoulders just for a second. Let gravity do the work for a moment. You don't have to perform for me. Just be here. Yourself. In my practice here in Berlin, clients sometimes start the therapy journey with an apology. They sit on my couch, look at the hands and say, Magda, I honestly feel embarrassed being here. My friend went through a horrifying accident. My partner grew up in an abusive household and me? My childhood was great. My parents took me on vacations. They bought me toys. So why do I feel so internally empty? I feel like a total fraud for even complaining. The spot should be for someone who needs therapy more than me. Whenever I hear those words, I know that an elephant has walked into the room. And most likely, it is the silent elephant. In psychology, we call this childhood emotional neglect. It is an elephant that leaves no physical scars. There are no bruises, no dramatic stories of shouting matches to tell your friend over coffee. It is a trauma defined not by presence of something bad, but by the profound absence of something essential. The human brain is an evolutionary pattern-seeking machine. It's easy for us to identify trauma when it is an event, crash, an insult, a physical blow. Our internal alarm system can point directly at it and say, you see, this is where I got hurt. However, how do you point at a shadow, at something that had never existed? How do you explain the pain of a childhood dinner where everyone talked about grades, logistics, and the weather, while completely ignoring the fact that your hands were shaking with stress? How do you explain growing up with parents who responded to your sadness by saying, go to your room and come back when you are pleasant to be around? Emotional neglect is chronic absence of emotional mirroring. It happens when caregivers, often because they are emotionally frozen or dysregulated themselves, take care of your physical body, but remain completely blind to your emotional reality. Let's look at why This invisible lack causes real, miserable pain in the brain and body. When we enter this world, our brains cannot regulate their own emotional state. A child cannot just calm down. That is a biological impossibility. To learn how to soothe ourselves, we need a mature, regulated adult nervous system. We need co-regulation. When a child feels fear or distress, the HPA axis, the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal system, floods their body with cortisol. If a parent steps in, holds the child, makes eye contact, and says in calm tone, "I see that you are scared. I've got you," the child's ventral vagal pathway turns on. Oxytocin floods the system and cortisol drops. Through thousands of these tiny micro-interactions, the child's brain learns, my emotions are valid. They are signals, not threats. I'm safe to feel. Now, consider what happens in an emotional, neglectful environment. The child experiences intense sadness or fear. Their nervous system screams for connection. However, when they signal their distress, the environment offers no emotional echo. The parent ignores it, dismisses it, or tries to fix it purely logistically. Stop crying, I'll buy you an ice cream. For a developing brain, a chronic lack of emotional attunement is interpreted as an existential threat. Neuroimaging studies using functional MRI show that emotional rejection and relational disconnect activate the anterior cingulate cortex, the exact same region of the brain that processes physical pain. So, your chronic sense of emptiness isn't a defect or drama response. It is the biological footprint of a nervous system that had to endure overwhelming emotional state in absolute terrifying isolation. How does the silent elephant shows up in your adult life, today, here, now, wherever you are? First, it shows up usually, often, as an emotional disconnect from your physical body. Because your feelings were never mirrored in childhood, your young brain made a brilliant survival decision. If these feelings, anger, grief, anxiety, sadness, don't get me connection and give me a lot of troubles, I don't need them. I will simply freeze them. As an adult, you become a master of intellectualization. You don't say, I'm heartbroken. You say, I think this situation is suboptimal. You move your entire existence into your head, treating your emotions like an intellectual puzzles to be solved rather than experiences to be felt. Second, it manifests as a phantom grief, a subtle, persistent mourning for a childhood you never had. Even though your parents may perhaps still be alive and well, you still can feel it. It is the grief of standing next to a parent who is physically right there, but emotionally a million miles away. And that grief feels lonely because society tells you what you are complaining about. You had a roof over your head. How do we begin to heal a wound caused by something that wasn't there? This work isn't about waging war on your parents, definitely not. A lot of emotionally neglectful parents gave you 100% of what they already had. Their own emotional wells were simply bone dry. Healing is about stepping into the role of the attuned adult for yourself, a process we call emotional reparenting. The first step is to stop invalidating your own internal world. The next time you feel that heavy, hollow ache in your chest or a sudden wave of unexplainable sadness, don't run away. Don't scroll on your phone, don't pour a glass of wine, and don't tell yourself other people have it worse. Pause. Place your hand over the center of your chest, right where the emptiness lives, and say to yourself what no one said to you 30, 40, 50 years ago. I see you. I hear you. What are you feeling right now makes complete sense. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to feel. Every emotion is welcome. Emotions are like compass, telling us something. You are teaching your nervous system that its inner landscape is no longer invisible. You have become the person who looks back and looks in. Invisible pain is just as real as broken bone. Your hunger for deep connection and your struggle with emptiness are proof of your humanity. You are human. And remember, this podcast is psychoeducational. It cannot replace therapy. Before you go back to your day, I want to leave you with one quiet reflection, maybe a topic for your journaling today. If you stopped being fine and strong for just 1 minute and allowed your body to speak about what was missing in your early life, what is the first unmet need that would ask to be heard today? Take your time with that and be extraordinarily gentle with yourself this week. If this episode resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the podcast, leaving a rating or a comment and sharing it with someone who may need to hear it today. And if you have a question or a topic you would like me to explore in the future episode, I would love to hear it from you. Thank you for sitting with me and with the quiet elephant today. I'm Magda Mazloum and this was Let's Talk About the Elephant. Take care of your beautiful inner world and I will be here again next week.